This Juiced episode is getting wild as reptiles go on the rampage. We're talking crocs, goannas, and massive snakes invading the hospital. Plus, Chris Wayne drops by to create all kinds of wonder.
Hello everybody, it's Alex, and today I'll be your host for Juice TV. Right now I'm in the Garden District in the Lay Select Mental Children's Hospital near the top of this hospital. We have some creepy birds with some reptiles today. Now on some information about how the alligators. Alligators really love to drag their prey to the bottom of swamps and spin around till they're exhausted and finally devour them. Someone who knows just as much as reptiles as me is Tony.
Juiced TV would like to advise that the following is filmed in a controlled environment and supervised by a professional. You should never handle a wild animal.
Juices, this is Tony.
G'day, how you going?
When Tony goes to work, these are his workmates. Meet Chomp, the saltwater crocodile. If a job needs doing, he'll get it done and make it snappy. Alice, the Spencer's goanna, she'll monitor any situation. And Derek, the Woma python, he gives great hugs. And I'm Olivia. We're getting to tag along with Tony as he does his thing. Tony, what exactly is your job?
Okay, my job, my main claim to fame is removing unwanted reptiles from people's houses or places of business. I also do educational demonstrations using live reptiles, lizards, turtles, frogs and snakes. We also supply snakes for the movie industry, so any of the movies you see on TV where there's a snake or lizard, it's usually our lizards, and that's about it really.
Has there ever been any difficulties catching a snake?
Oh, often. I've been doing it for 23 years now, and I do it 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There are many a job, like I'd say 95% of them, I go in there and it's a piece of cake for me. But it's not uncommon because I'm scared of heights. So if I've got to get up on the third story of a building, that's horrific for me. I have trouble dealing with it. There are times when I've got to crawl underneath someone's veranda and it's dirty and muddy and there's dog poo and all sorts of disgusting things. So sometimes it can get yucky as well as scary.
You say you're afraid of heights. When you have to go up there and you're all scared, how do you overcome those fears?
Okay, I've learnt that fear is purely the unknown. When I speak to people about their phobia of snakes, it's because they don't know much about snakes and their imagination kicks in. So they've got this picture like snakes on a plane, snakes under their pillow, all these big snakes attacking them in the dark and waiting for them for the, the imagination runs crazy.
Terrified
so
of
therefore
snakes.
you get a phobia. Your imagination thinks about what could possibly happen.
Yeah.
When I'm up on a roof or something, I'll give you an example. My father made me climb up the mast of his boat, 60 foot up. I was up there thinking, who tied these knots? Who welded this? Do I trust that weld there? I started, what sort of mess I would make when I hit the deck of the boat? My imagination was kicking in. So I've learnt that whenever I am facing something that does worry me a bit, I think about it logically and think, well, it's obvious. 1,000 people have walked on this veranda before. Why would it fall while I'm on it? So yeah, my stomach will be turning a little bit, but I think logically about it and I overcome my fear.
Is there anything like exciting about your job, like anything special that you really enjoy?
The reasons why I love snake catching, most of the calls are very exciting. A lot of the people will pat you on the back and think you're a bit of a hero.
Let's meet the first of Tony's crew. So what exactly is this animal?
This young lady is an adult female Spencer's monitor. It's a type of goanna, and she lives in central Queensland.
Does this lady have predators?
Absolutely. Obviously, the sort of animals that plan on eating her now as an adult, one, they have to be fast. Two, they want to have some seriously sharp teeth to get through their skin. But usually big animals, like wild dogs. I don't know if bird of prey would take her on, but when they're smaller, just about anything bigger than them will eat them.
About how fast can she run?
A lot faster than I can. Because she's captive bred, she doesn't try it on. But in the wild, there's no way on the earth that I'd catch her on foot. No way.
What type of food would she eat?
Well, out in the wild, they eat what's called carrion. It's basically any animal that's died of old age or any animal for whatever reason has died. They smell the meat with that forked tongue and they clean up the bush. They're the garbage disposal unit of the bush.
This is just one of the many creatures Tony is lucky enough to work with. Up next, we meet the rest of the team, who come packing a lot more weight and so many teeth.
Now that we found out about reptiles, let's find out all about me.
Today's Juice TV host, Alex, has travelled all the way back from Dubai to appear on the show again.
My favourite hobby is archery and making things. My favourite animal is the blue tongue lizard because its head looks like a snake and it's got blue tongue. My most embarrassing moment is I was 6 years old and we were riding bikes back home and I had to go to the bathroom so bad that I pooped my pants on the traffic lights. At the traffic lights, not in the traffic. The grossest food I've ever eaten is dried broccoli chips. Yuck. If I had to choose one, I would lick my toes. I would lick my toes. I am really good at archery and swordplay. Well, I have two favorite songs at the moment, and that is End of the Earth by Jessica Malboy and You Had Me at Hello by Olivia Holt. My favorite movie character is V from V for Vendetta. This is my second dance featuring my sister Alana. Now we've known enough about me, it's time for some magic with Chris Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we possibly have the best magical of all magic to come to you on Juice TV. That didn't make sense, but I'm super excited because we have not one Chris Wayne, but two magicians. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Pip. Thanks for having me along.
Very excited to have you here.
As you know, Mike's one of my best friends, on stage and off. He's an amazing magician. So I thought I'd bring him on to Juice TV to show you a bit of what we can do together. Of course you're a great friend. I love doing magic with you. Do you want to see a bit of magic right now?
We want to see some magic, live audience. Do we want to see some magic? Yeah!
Awesome. Guys, watch this. We've got a little bit of tissue paper here, and what we're going to do is just turn it into this little ball right here. Now, I'm going to get rid of that. Pip, do you want to hold your hand straight out for me?
Yeah.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Well, I can be ambidextrous.
Okay, so if you hold your left hand out, I want you to watch this, guys. We're going to take it and give it a little slice, just like this. So it goes from one ball into two balls, just like that. Whoa. Now, if you turn your hand back over, Mike's impressed, I like that. Pip, you're going to hold one and I'm going to hold the other. This is ball number one and that's ball number two, okay? So I'm going to squeeze ball number one, you squeeze ball number two, we turn it over. Turn your hand over. Yeah. That's great. I give it a wave, I give it a wave. Watch. No, did you feel anything happen?
Yes, no.
Something amazing happened. If you turn your hand back over, open up, have a look, they switch places magically. How amazing is that, right?
That's not the best magic trick he's.
I don't know about that. Okay, I'll do it one more time. I want you to watch. I'm going to hold number two right up here and don't let it leave your sight. And Pip's going to squeeze number one super tight in your hand like before. Hold it up. Turn your hand over. Now I want you to watch this time. Don't let go, Pip. Did you feel anything happen that time? No. Don't let go of yours. Watch mine first, boys and girls. Juices, watch. We're going to take that one and squeeze it down so it's small until it completely vanishes just like that. Can you still feel yours in your hand?
Spin around.
I'm not going to touch your hand. I want you to open up nice and slow, Pip. All eyes right here in Pip's hand. Pip, you make sure you're looking as well. Check it out. She's got the two over there. Now, we want to show you how that works. Mike, do you want to show her how this works?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's grab. Have you got the balls there?
Yeah, we'll get one off the ground. There we go. We've got two.
So I'll tell you what. Here's how it works. Pip, if you take one ball like that and tap in your finger and blow, just
find the ball and then squeeze it tight in your palm. If you do that one ball, watch this, should always turn into two. See?
All right.
Have a look.
Here we go.
It doesn't always work. That would be a great trick though, wouldn't it? That would be great.
That would be amazing.
I'll tell you what, watch these ones here. If you can squeeze onto those two, I'm going to grab that one there.
Take that
you
one.
squeeze those two. They sometimes actually disappear and they travel.
Oh, wow.
The two travel back into the other one, just like that. Yeah, very cool.
Incredible.
I'll tell you what, Chris, I might get you to help me with this.
Yeah,
You can
sure,
place
sure,
both
sure.
hands out, ball one there, ball two there, and Pip, if you can hold on to ball number three.
Okay.
We're going to do it nice and slow this time, okay?
Okay.
So we take ball one goes into the hand, ball two goes into the hand, and the third one goes into my pocket. How many have I got here inside my hand?
Two.
That's two, definitely.
That's a two.
Well, actually, they go back down into one. Just. Oh,
wow.
That last little bit here. If you can have ball number one there, Chris.
Okay, I've got ball number one
and
here.
And have ball number two just over here.
Oh, both
This
hands
is
out. You
amazing.
keep
We
your
should
hand out.
always have two.
Both hands out. Ball number two there, and the third one just here on ball number three.
Okay.
Now, Pip, I'm going to get you to squeeze the two balls just here, really tight in your hand. Squeeze them tight. Can you feel them in there?
Yes, I can feel them in there.
Turn your hand over. Excellent. I'm going to grab the third one and place it away. Now, here's the magic moment. Pip, do you know any magical words?
Abracadabra,
That's an original. Oh, that's a long one. All right, I want you to say that and blow on the back of your hand at the same time.
Abracadabra, wallakazam.
And blow. Did you feel anything happen?
It's bad. So no, but I
That's
did.
All right, we'll clean that up. There we go.
Check this out. If you turn your hand over, and every time I snap, an extra ball appears inside your hand.
No
every
way.
Single time I snap my fingers,
way.
an extra. Have a look. Open up.
Wow!
There we go. That's kind of cool, huh?
That was amazing. It makes me want to cry.
Well, don't cry.
Don't get upset about
Just,
it.
Did you see that? Did you guys see that? What do you reckon?
Oh.
Hey, I'm Will. Today we'll be hanging out at the day surgery to meet some of the volunteers. First up, we're off to the Surgical Emissions Lounge. So Tash, why do we find you here in admissions?
So I'm one of the child volunteers here, so it's pretty fun. I get to play with all the children and everything.
It's a little boring sitting around here at the moment. How about we put your entertainment skills to the test?
I'm up for it.
As you can see, my left-hand drawing skills are fabulous. How's yours going, Tash?
Oh, look, I'm using my right hand, so pretty good. So there's some Darth Vader stamps,
Looking good.
and one thing that helps everyone is bubbles.
So this is your trump card, the bubbles.
Stops everyone crying.
Cheer me up right now.
Oh,
So what's your favourite part about working in the admissions area?
so that the kids, like most of them have been fasting, but they're so happy. They're running around. They're just so much more fun than I would be at that time in the morning. Most of them get up at 4 a.m. and I got up later than that, but they're happier than I am.
So what's the main motive behind you volunteering?
I really just like helping people and just being involved in the community and seeing what I can give back. So that's the main reason I volunteer.
Must be great seeing all the kids smile and stuff,
Yeah, I
cheering them
know.
up before they go in for a knock.
Definitely is. I really enjoy it.
It's always good to get to know the volunteers around here. Do you fancy a round of quick questions?
Yeah, definitely.
So Tash, who's your favourite movie character?
Okay, it's a tough one, but I'd have to say Troy Bolton from High School Musical.
I've never watched the High School Musical. So why would it be Troy Bolton?
Okay, so Zac Efron, like acts him, so
Tick.
pretty good. Tick, yeah, definitely. The dancing and the singing, and just, it's pretty funny as well. Like, some of it's pretty corny, but it's great.
You bring some of that into here with the kids?
No, not really. I feel like they might get scared by my dance moves.
What is the grossest food you've ever eaten?
I would probably say blood sausage.
What's a blood sausage?
I still don't even know. I ordered it once when I was out at a restaurant and my parents were like, oh yeah, go for it. And it was disgusting.
Oh, For me, it would definitely have to be sheep's brain. I got bullied into that one by the parents, said it tastes like chicken, but it didn't. So Tash, do you have any messages for the kids you've worked with previously?
Probably just to keep staying so happy. It really brightens my day.
It's good to stay positive.
Yeah.
Once the surgery is done, you may be lucky enough to meet Marion. So Marion, when might patients meet you?
Basically when they're waking up, so I bring them water and an ice block. They love that and they know what colour they want.
Yeah.
And that always brings a smile to their face. What I do is I basically support the nurses and they'll say, can you get me a warm blanket? Or can you get me an ice pole? Can you get me water? And I give everything that the nurses need.
You have a very interesting accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Scotland, which isn't in England. A lot of people say it's in England. Scotland's actually a country on its own, and we're well known for haggis and kilts, so you might have heard of us.
So could you share a bit of Scottish culture with me right now?
I could. If it's a brobreach,
If it's a brolplech,
moonlight, nicht de nicht, then you're all right.
then you're all right.
Oh, that's it. If it's a brobreach, moonlight, nicht de nicht, then you're all right. You can.
If it's a brolplech, then you're all right. So why do you volunteer?
Well, I actually work in a school 3 days a week and my passion is children. But basically I volunteer because, and this sounds a bit crazy, but I'm really grateful to be living in a beautiful country. And this is my way of saying thank you to Australia for letting me live here. And that's the truth why I volunteer.
Really lovely.
Thank you.
So how did you get into volunteering?
Well, I decided with some spare time that I had when I wasn't working, I would try and work with sick children. And I went onto Google and the hospitals come up and I saw the Children's Hospital Foundation and I thought that sounds ideal. So I applied and that was it.
Awesome stuff, you're doing a great thing here.
Thank you.
I'd like to say thanks to the volunteers like Marion and Natasha for making the kids so happy in hospital.
We want you to be a part of Juice TV. We're always on the lookout for hosts, interviewers, behind-the-scenes helpers and mini producers. You can be any age, you don't have to have any experience. How much easier could it be? To find out the next time we're filming at the hospital, just head to our website, juicedtv.com.au or our Facebook page. For loads of fun to break up your stay in hospital, join the Juice crew. Send us an email at hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to any of the volunteers wearing green shirts throughout the hospital and let them know you want to be involved in the one and only Juice TV.
When I was first on Juice TV, I was really kind of nervous at first because I was having trouble thinking about what to say, and I was worried that wasn't going to be like, I don't know, a one-take wonder. But soon I kept on going and kept thinking about new ideas, and that was how I came to be here today. Having fun with the crew. Now it's time for more reptiles with Olivia and Tony.
Earlier, we got to work with Tony, a reptile relocator, and meet one of his besties. And now we're meeting some others he's close to. Maybe a little too close. Watch your fingers. What is this animal?
Well, this is the world's largest reptile. This is Australia's saltwater crocodile. They potentially can grow to 7 metres long and nearly a tonne, so they're a big lump of animal.
What's the difference between a saltwater crocodile and a freshwater?
A lot of difference. Freshie will only grow to a bit over 2 metres long, has a very narrow snout, very needle-like teeth. They live purely in fresh water, whereas these guys can live in fresh or salt water. These guys out in the wild look at us, go, here comes breakfast. Then I mentioned that the freshies have a much narrower snout because they only have to pull down things like frogs and turtles and birds. Yep. These guys have to rip chunks out of the side of buffalo and bigger animals, you know.
Is that the only colour?
No, not at all. during summer, when it's nice and warm, all the colours in her will be vibrant. They can be very light, they can be very dark. A lot of crocs will vary quite a bit in colour, nearly pure white sometimes.
Now, animals have personalities. What is this one's personality?
This one's personality, she's a bit young. She still thinks everything bigger than her is out to eat her. So she's a real cranky piece of work at home. But you can see now, she has every option in the world to run away or carry on. She's not doing it now because she's used to doing work. So she's coming pretty good. In 2 or 3 years' time, and she's nearly at the size where we have to get rid of her, she should be a pussycat and used to it. Having said that, if I took that tape off her mouth, it'd be within 3 seconds a bite.
How many teeth does she have?
Usually 66, and they can replace those teeth every 6 months.
Cool.
Pretty sharp teeth. Do you want to feel one?
No, thank you. How does a saltwater crocodile catch its prey?
Well, that's a very good question. You see, they're fantastic and very, very stealthy. When they're underwater, firstly, they can hold their breath for hours. When they do pop up, just the eyeballs poke up above the water. And see those slits behind her eyes? That's her ears. And the top of that head there, and her nostrils. See how her nostrils are poked up out of her head? So just the nostrils, the eyes and ears poke up out of the water, nothing else. Because of the shape of her body, she can dip back under the water and not even leave a ripple. So she'll be sitting there, playing the waiting game. She can go a year without food. Has all these vibration sensing pits all through her body. She senses the vibration of an animal walking down or jumping down, whatever it might be, hopping to the water's edge. She pokes up and plays the stealth, the waiting game, gets underwater and very, very, very slowly swims to that edge and then lifts her body up again and then in an absolute launch, grab that animal and put it underwater. It doesn't work every time, but when she gets a belly full of food, that's going to last her for months, you know? And it doesn't matter what sort of meat it is. Even a small crocodile, she'll eat. Everything on the planet she'll eat, as long as she can fit it in her belly.
It's time to say hello to the last of Tony's friends, who gives great hugs, except if you're a lizard. Then those hugs aren't so great. Not great at all.
His name is Derek. He's a Woma python. And being a python, obviously he constricts. And where you would normally find him is in the centre of the deserts of South Australia.
So what does he eat?
And that's a very good question. You see, most pythons, they have these little heat-sensing pits on their bottom jaw because they have to sense the temperature of a warm-blooded animal being their food. This guy here, Derek, does not have any because he eats cold-blooded animals. He's a snake-eating snake. So he'll happily eat lizards, other snakes and whatnot. So he's a reptile-eating snake.
Where would he sleep?
Okay, that's also a good question. He spends most of his time in amongst sand and whatnot. That's why he's a yellowy colour. He also comes out, depends on the temperature. On the really, really hot days, you come out in the middle of the night. But on the cooler days like today, you'll find him in the middle of the day. He'll sleep underneath logs and whatnot, a hollow log, because out in the desert there's not a lot to sleep in.
Does he have any predators?
Oh, he has a lot of predators. Usually any animal bigger than them will eat them. You get perankies, the big goannas will eat them. Birds of prey will eat them. Foxes, many, many different predators. Any of the meat-eating animals will happily eat this guy.
Does he have any strategies to stop that?
Camouflage, so that he's the same colour as the sand.
Yeah.
Obviously, he keeps his eyes open and an eye to the ground for any predators that are coming. And if that predator approaches, they will bite, and they have nearly 100 teeth. Are you worried about snakes, are you?
Yeah.
Did you want to pat
No,
Derek?
I really
You sure?
wouldn't.
Well, what about if I got the tail and just gave you the tail? You sure? To feel?
I'm pretty sure. And that brings us to the end of a totally awesome work day with Tony. And what better way to say goodbye than with a cuddle, a really tight, heavy, constricting cuddle. Thanks, Tony, for an incredible experience.
We're almost at the end of the show, but now I'm going to give an inspirational speech to some of you who are watching me right now. Ever since I was in hospital, I had absolutely no hope that I was going to make it out anytime soon, or anything that I would not be painful. But there's only one thing that kept me going: the power of hope and thinking about how fun things. While you're in hospital, I think it's best that when you're having an injection, implanting of a nasogastric tube, or before surgery, you just think of something beautiful, something that you might want to do when you get out. So keep on hoping, keep on on staying happy, and always remember, always please keep up hope. Farewell, everybody. My name's Alex. Keep juicy and keep away those mozzies, crockies. Bye. Someone who's just like me, very important. No, wait, what was I saying again? Someone who knows just about reptiles is Tony. Tony?
G'day, I'm Will. Today we'll be hanging out at the day surgery to meet some of the volunteers. I looked away for a second. It's a little boring sitting around here at the moment. How about we put you in?
Are you stuck now?
Yep.
Okay, that's okay. You're good at it. Yeah. Woohoo!
Remember guys, it's so easy to be a part of Juice TV. Whether you want to be a host, help us out behind the scenes with filming, or decide what goes into each episode. Let us know you want to be involved by sending an email to hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to one of the friendly volunteers throughout the hospital in the green shirts. Also head to our website and Facebook page for all the updates about what we're filming at the hospital.